The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Allen completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go. Patriot. Blue 90.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check. Presto. Gun. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
On play action, Allen. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And an athletic hurdle that he displayed. Not a whole lot thereafter, but a nice gain. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go to Johnson again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He completes it to Wilson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Bills getting set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Leopard! Check 26.
Allen now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hurry.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to take a shot for the ends, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis, and a short return to the 6-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Let's get it. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Green 39! Green 39!
Allen looks to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Four down, check! Hot!
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Scared. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Hot!
From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Quick.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape, And in previous games, that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out come the Bills. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First carry here for Tywan Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Holmes. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That's it. Big hit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit!
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Allen again. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And this is incomplete. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
Tiger.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Pass for 20. To the right side and complete to Njoku. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's go.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, it's Kalen Clay. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Off play action, Tannehill. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Janikowski bangs it through. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Get set, get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Throwing is Allen on third. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now Darkwa. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. On third and long, it's Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. On first down, Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, here's Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Open man is Holmes. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. So that'll back him up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll run with Darkwa, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go. Play, hurry. Strong right. Hey. 4 down.
Tannehill on 1st down. Going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gun! All right, here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's just me and you. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Let's go, D.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On the run, Darquan. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Play action, Allen. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo, and Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. This caught. Reception by Holmes. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Got four down. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back two to the mic.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There was just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all of those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
Throwing now is Allen. Holmes has got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Detroit, set!
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And some room to run now. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Clay, the intended receiver. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
4 down. Run to the hunt. Right there. Watch the curl. Zebra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Janikowski bangs it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And here come the Bills. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Get set. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.